Session yesterday, the 14th of April. Secondly, I'd like to ask everyone to join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And before we get started, we're going to just do a sound check and make sure that all of our board members can hear us and that we can hear them. Do I need to go one by one?
Yeah.
Okay, Marie, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Great. Kevin Madden. Oh, Kevin, you are here. Kevin, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
And let's see. Candace, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
And Shakima.
I can hear you.
Okay, I think that was all the board members. Wonderful. Next, we have public comment. If there's anyone here who would like to make public comment on items on the agenda, now is the time. All right, seeing none, we'll go ahead and move on to the approval of minutes. Would someone like to make that motion?
So moved.
Second. Is there any questions, debate? All right, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Wonderful, they are approved. Next, we have reports. First, we'll have the detained youth report for the Juvenile Court and Probation
I'd like to
Services
call
with
to order.
Ms. DiMatteo.
Good evening, Danielle DiMatteo for Delaware County Juvenile Court and Probation Services. I'll start with the youth who are direct filed. We have 2 males at the local Delaware County Jail. We have 2 at George Jr. and we have 1 female at Montgomery County. For the juveniles filed in the delinquency division, in detention, by facility, we have 1 male at George Jr., 3 males at Abraxas, 1 male at Bucks County, 1 male and 1 female at Chester County, 1 male at Jefferson County, 1 at Adelphi, and 1 male at Montgomery County. That concludes the number of youth and where they're detained.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Seeing none, I think we'll move on. Thank you, Ms. DiMatteo.
Thank you.
We have a report from our Interim Director of Juvenile Detention and Rehabilitation Services, Nelson Walker.
Good evening, everyone. I want to speak about our 2 agencies that we're collaborating with, Safe Corridors and YAP. YAP started in February, and in the month of February, they were able to see 25 unduplicated youth in their program, which is NRC, the Neighborhood Resource Center. They are on average seeing 12 to 19 youth daily and working with them. Their other program, which is TIPS, Targeted Intensive Prevention Services, started in late March. They had 20 referrals already. They have 9 young people already signed up for the program. And at the rate they're moving, they'll probably be moving to a wait list pretty soon. I was able to go out to the Academy Park High School and to Chichester High School with Safe Corridors. I was able to visit and meet with their staff, and they were very professional. They set great boundaries with the young people. And I was impressed with the fact that the young people knew their names and they knew the young people's names, and the interactions went very well. They were able to redirect young people when they were off task. They were able to ensure that the halls were run in a safe manner, that people were going where they were supposed to be. And they have just created a great environment in there for learning and for safety, because young people want to feel safe, and you want to know that when your children go out to school, that they're safe and that there are people that could intervene just in case something happens. And we all know that as things go on, things will happen, but you want them to be handled expeditiously and appropriately. And the team that we have there, I believe, can do that. I will continue to go out and visit our programs that we're collaborating with on a regular basis, just to know that we're there to support them, to help them, and we want them to be successful. and also to address any issue and celebrate anything that they do that needs to be celebrated. I am going back out to Clock Tower with an architect on Tuesday, next Tuesday. I was out with, this will be the second architect. I was out before, but the space that we'll probably be using is space that had been designated for a senior program from Delco, but now that program is not going to Clock Tower. So the site is pretty set up. They have surveillance already in place. It kind of been addressed any ligature points. We just need to look at the windows and some other areas that might need to be addressed and maybe address some of the furniture. But hopefully in our next meeting next month, I'll be able to present a timeline of when we can complete the updates and how we can move forward and how long it would take from the time of beginning the process to hiring to when we could possibly have our first young people in the facility. So that's what we're pointing toward next month. That's what I'm hoping to be able to bring forward. And I think it'll all be possible and we'll get the things done that need to be done so that instead of having a lot of our children all over the place, we can bring them to one spot. And that's what our hopes are. And that's it. That's the process. That's where we're at right now.
Would you mind clarifying for me? I know you've done this before, but it would be helpful to me to be reminded of the level of care or, you know, the type of young person that would be using that facility.
In shelter care, you can put young people who the court determines is able to be there. You can have children who've committed crime who are awaiting adjudication. We obviously wouldn't put children there that have been direct filed or would have a need based on the egregiousness of what they're accused of to be there. But there are young people who maybe have done things that aren't as egregious. They could be in that space, in that site. It's things that have been done in the past. And community-based detention is throughout the country. People have detention shelters. And there are a lot in Pennsylvania. Most detention shelters have the co-op relationship of having a shelter, the secure detention and shelter care.
And with this new change in the availability of the new space, how many children could be housed or be taken care of there?
We have the possibility of probably up to 30 young people, but we wouldn't want to go beyond 12 until we've hired staff, we have staff seasoned, and every staff who works with young people in shelter or secure care has to go through 6 weeks of training prior to interaction with the young people. And they also have to have their 3 clearances, FBI, child abuse, state police clearances. So all of that in the process, we want to ensure that we believe we'll be able to handle 12 in a safe manner and have success. And instead of surviving through the process, we'll be able to thrive, our staff and the young people. So we're looking at around 12.
Anybody else have any questions or comments?
So I guess one question, and that is, so you have a process and we're moving forward. How do these run concurrently as far as the space and the potential hiring of staff and more importantly, the training?
Right. Well, as soon as we determine that we're going to use that space and we start the process, we will start beginning the process of hiring because we have to have a program to present to the OCYF in order to get the license to have the shelter. So all those things will have to run concurrently, or beginning our search for programming, how we'll do medical, how we'll do education, how we'll do transportation, what the court will look like. All those things will have to run concurrently through this process. And it's at minimum 5 to 8 months.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments, thoughts? Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much for your report. And now is the opportunity for old business. If anybody has anything they want to bring up? Any new business?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
we had an executive session.
I announced it in the beginning.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Very
Sorry.
Thank you, though. Any other new business comments? All right. And now is an opportunity for public comment. Is there anyone who would like to make public comment on any item? Seeing none, is there any board member comment? All right, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right, everyone have a great night.
You as well. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Take care.